Well, hello, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you've had a lovely weekend, a lovely strong end, as I like to call it. I just doing my little check-in here after the second day of the conference, and it was great. It was really great. One thing I'll point out, and I think is important to note, is that with conferences like this, it is very very mental, as opposed to, because this is, the Ancient Civilizations Conference. So it's a lot of turning the ball around and looking at the ball and examining it. And did it happen this way? Did it happen that way? Who's this? Who's that? And, so it's all very mental, as opposed to like a holistic healing fair or a psychic fair, as we used to call them back in the day, where it's more about like crystals and what you're getting intuitively and your emotions. And so it's very interesting to be an empath. Although obviously there's empaths and psychically oriented people there, I'm sure there are, but a lot more. I guess I'd say there were a lot of dudes there. I would say there were a lot of guys, men, maybe more men than women even, which is that. So in kind of a way that kind of shows you that it's more of like this mental exploration. Not saying that men don't have emotional, spiritual explorations. Of course they do. But that's just kind of like the difference, you know what I mean? As opposed to like if you go to a holistic healing fair, it's going to be predominantly women, right? From my experience. So yeah, it was, I'll make another video. So my takeaway from the conference is kind of keep asking questions and keep exploring, because it was interesting to see, different people talk about Atlantis, for example, and one person's take on where Atlantis is, what Atlantis was, versus another person's. And they're not in rivalry with each other, right? Everyone's touching a different part of the elephant. Someone's got the tail, someone's got the trunk, someone's, touching the toenail. And all of these things feel, sound, and can appear to be different, even though it's part of the same conglomerate, same experience. And I just have to say, it's fascinating. It's really fascinating to think about the differences of the progression of our human race, where we came from, how we got to be like this, and not just look like this, but the way we think and the way that we interact in the world. It's all so fascinating. And who Inky and on Lil were, and just pulling that apart more and more. All of that is just so fascinating. So if you have an opportunity to go to these things and they interest you, I really encourage you to invest in yourself, or manifest it however you want. This was a very synchronistic manifestation for me, but it's worth going out and meeting the people. A third little video. So my third little video is that I got to talk to a lot of the people that were presenting, which was great. I got to hang out with them. If you check out the Facebook pictures there, I got to talk to quite a few of them also afterwards too, and that was just fun to like have some wine and kick back and run across the street for noodles and just get to know these people on a more personal, funny, intimate level, or not maybe intimate, but personal, not intimate. Not on the first date, but and I'll say that Fred Silva is so fucking funny. He's so funny. He's my kind of British. So I really hope to get him on the show. And he said he would. I'll have to pester him because he's really busy, but he said he would do it. Anyway, all right, that's my little update. I guess the final takeaway is keep exploring, inside and outside. This is an adventure. It's wild, and the more that we understand who we've been, the more we understand who we are now. How about that? All right, thanks so much. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed the adventure vicariously. I hope you're having your own adventure, even more importantly. All right, love you. Bye.